So in this video, I'm going to talk to you about heat, why heat is important to the survival of the body. You see, the human being has a temperature, internal temperature, that doesn't deviate much from it. When you deviate from it, then problems start to arise, okay? So you can get a situation where you have a fever, you're sweating, the body is trying to get rid of chemicals, and you can get the body reducing temperature a bit. So for the ideal function of the body, you require heat. The heat is needed because you need to maintain the body temperature. If you expose your body to cold, like you see a lot of people doing the cold baths and they jump into an ice bucket, whatever it is, this is not a good idea because you are actually taking heat away from the body. And whilst you may get a good effect from it, long term, not a good idea because you are taking heat away from the body, and the body has to replace that heat. So you're essentially taking away vital energy from the body. So the heat comes from the heat theory comes from Chinese medicine, and in Western herbalism, it's from the vitalism. Train of thought. Sorry. So there is a train of thought called vitalism that was really big in the 1800s and was very, very sound theory and really worked. Okay, so let's go over the heat therapy and why we use it and how to use it. So when the body is not feeling well, if you increase the heat temperature of the body, like in other words, you put the body, eat hot foods, cover the areas that need help with heat, you're going to be accelerating the healing process. Okay, if you cover the area of cold, you're going to de-accelerate the progress. Very, very important you understand this. So here are the tools you can use to help heat the body. Number one is drinking ginger and cayenne pepper tea, powder tea. This will increase the temperature of the body. Ginseng also does that, but my favorite is ginger powder, cayenne pepper powder. Absolutely fantastic. Apart from increasing the internal heat of the body, they also tend to boost circulation very, very powerfully, which is good for the body's health. And they also will also fight inflammation, especially ginger fights inflammation. Cayenne pepper is the strongest stimulant you can use for blood circulation. So we have the ginger and the cayenne pepper as the primary source of heating herb-wise. We can also increase sweating in the body. Either you go in a sauna, steam sauna, or you can put hot coals around you like a sauna and put water in it so the steam arises. It's called steaming, also works. These days you can go into a sauna bag. There are many ways you can put heat on your body. I would avoid the infrared. Stick to stuff that could potentially exist in nature, which is sweating, which is a steam sauna, right, or a dry sauna. These potentially exist in nature. Infrared doesn't exist in nature, so you don't want to be doing that. Not a good idea. You can take foot baths. So basically, foot bath, you take the ginger and cayenne pepper, make it a hot tea of it, and then you put your feet in it. Of course, making sure it's not scalding, hot enough, but not scalding. The heat goes from the foot upward. You can also heat rocks or heat bricks and put your feet on it as well. This will also help you heat the feet, which rises up. The heat will go up to the body and starts to heal the body. Okay, so remember, we have the sauna, we have the steam, electric blankets. We have any measure of keeping the body warm. The foot baths. These are very important, increasing the temperature of the body. Okay, when I say increase, I mean we're maintaining the heat, the temperature of the body, the ideal temperature of the body. We are staying away from cold. Don't expose your body to the cold elements. You see a lot of people, they go to the ocean, they swim, they come out, they're showing their chest and the muscles and they're posing. It's not a good idea. The wind hits it and it makes the body more able to accumulate mucus or its obstruction. It accumulates dampness and obstruction. Not a good idea when it comes to heal the body, especially when the body is ill. The next thing we can do to increase heat in the body is exercising. Very often you hear that when people are ill, they shouldn't exercise, and it's true. Don't exercise like intensely, but you can do minor exercising, especially if you're able, like walking, like going up the steps a couple of times. Exercise is very important because it boosts circulation and increases the temperature of the body. Okay, as a human species, we are supposed to be exercising every day. If we were in our primal mode, every day you have to get up and go gather some food, or you would have to hunt, etc. And all these require activity. See, non-activity is not the best way to recover, unless, of course, the body is very depleted and you need to rest. These are different scenarios, but in general, when you're not that depleted and you still have strength and want to recover an area, you work out the area. For instance, if you had knee pain, you would walk up steps. Right? I know it sounds contrary to what you've been told, but the activity of walking up the steps forces blood to the knee, and if you follow the steps I'm sharing with you, the knee will start to recover. Okay, Next, we're going to talk about herbs to increase the internal temperature of the body. So for herbs for the body, we use herbs like cayenne pepper, like ginger, and bayberry. Bayberry, these are yarrow, fantastic ways of increasing the sweating. So when it comes to sweating, there are two kinds of sweating. We have the sensible sweating, and then we have the insensible sweating. Sensible sweating sounds exactly what it sounds like. It says sensible. It means you can feel, you can sense it. And insensible means you can't feel it. The sensible sweating is used for detoxification. The insensible sweating usually is used by the body to regulate body temperature primarily. But they're both sweating. They're both helpful when it comes to healing and recovering the body. So we take steps to increase the sweating, because when you increase the sweating, toxins come out of the body. So it's very important to do that. Next is digestion. You always hear me talk about kidneys and the lymphatic system as being the primary source of healing, but your gut obviously is also a key part, and the kidneys and lymphatic system have a major part to play with the gut, because if the gut doesn't clean itself out by the lymphatic system, it will get compromised, it will create a terrain that will attract parasites. But to cleanse the gut, we can use herbs specifically to improve digestion. Herbs like ginger is a good one, or any kind of bitter herbs will improve digestion, and at the same time will start to clear out any accumulation of waste in the gut. So digestion is very, very important. Sometimes when people are constipated or they have issues, it's a good idea to detoxify the gut. Okay, you've seen in vitalism and even Eastern medicine and Chinese medicine, Indian medicine, they force you to vomit, and in Western herbalism they used to use lobelia or any emetic to allow you to vomit. There are many herbs that are will help you vomit. Like dark flower is one of them, is well known, but don't use it; it's too strong. Lobelia is a good one. Pokeroot is a good one as well. It makes you want to vomit. Okay, and this vomiting is helpful in bringing out the waste in the gut that's causing poor absorption, that's causing the illness. So that's another thing to consider, is your digestion. So these are related to the theory of vitalism, because when it comes to vitalism, we're talking about heat is life, cold is, the opposite of life. In Chinese medicine, the same thing. Heat is life, cold is the opposite of life. So don't eat don't consume cold things like cold drinks, and put ice in your drink, etc. Especially when you're not feeling well, because you're trying to heal the body. Soups like ginger and cayenne pepper soups, fantastic for healing the body as well, because it increases temperature. Okay, you've always heard me talk about the raw, being on the raw side, and I stand by that as the fastest, safest way of detoxifying. Sometimes people are too weak; they can't go on the fruits only, and you can use vegetable broth soups and cayenne pepper, ginger, ginseng in there. These will warm the body up and help the body heal. If you're too depleted, obviously a fruit cleanse can be too strong for you, so you can add in the veggies, in the dark green veggies, and cook your alkaline vegan. Use cooked alkaline vegan. You can do all that, and the body will start to heal at a better rate. So going over this, we're talking about heat. We're talking about using herbs to increase body temperature, sweating, exercising, okay, and finally massaging. When you massage an area, you need to make sure you use a heat source. Okay, that means use an oil that contains herbs that will allow the body to increase circulation, like cayenne pepper, like ginger, or you can use a lymphatic herb like pokeroot. This makes the massage much more effective. When you massage, you're boosting circulation to the area, but you're also helping the lymph flow. Massage also, when you do it, remember, you are actually depleting energy when you're massaging, because the body is energy. When you push a massage, you're kind of depleting energy as well. So massages are used to complement the healing process, and we use a hot oil like ginger, cayenne pepper, cloves, and pokeroot to help move the lymphatic system and increase circulation to the body to recover. So this is a general rule of what you need to know when it comes to applying heat in the body. As a general rule, keep the body warm, never cold. Eat warm foods, never cold. Even your fruits should not be frozen or cold. They should be room temperature. Okay, and if you do all that in the steps I shared of you, you're taking the extra step to have the body recover and heal. I hope this helps you.